all, today's top breaking news with Gitanjali from Bayan Times. Andhra Pradesh CM Jaganmohan Reddy launches APEMC online Vestige exchange site. Chief Minister Y.S. Jaganmohan Reddy will launch the online West Exchange platform of Andhra Pradesh Environment Management Corporation APEMC on Friday on the occasion of World Environment Day 2020. He will also release the poster of the platform of APMC highlighting its silent features, which is India's first. It is a proactive initiative of the state government towards environment improvement, covering 100% safe disposal of toxic waste, proper tracking, scrutiny, and audit of waste. It will actively promote 6Rs: reduce, reuse, recycle, refurbish, redesign, and remanufacture. Andhra Pradesh has a large number of industries falling under red and orange categories, which generate significant quantities of liquid waste, hazardous and non hazardous solid waste, and air pollutants. The industries also generate e-waste and other forms of waste which need to be addressed properly, as the waste management sector or waste market is not adequately organized to manage the total quantity of waste being generated. There is a need for appropriate system for its scientific disposal to resolve the insufficiency and make the waste management sector or market more organized. The state government decided to set up APEMC and issued a GO on December 5, 2019 in this regard. Kia Motors employee tests COVID-19 positive. An employee of Kia Motors India, KMI, Anantapur has tested positive for coronavirus. In a statement, KMI on Thursday said it is insisting that employees who have gone out of the town are tested for COVID-19. Till date, 545 employees were tested for COVID-19 and no one has tested positive. He travelled from Tamil Nadu to Andhra Pradesh on May 26 and his samples were collected on May 27, the statement read. The infectee has been shifted to a government quarantine facility and the company is tracing the primary and secondary contacts. Kia Motors will continue to closely monitor the situation and remain connected with all authorities and administration concerned and will extend all possible cooperation and assistance as and when required, the company said in its statement. Meanwhile, the number of coronavirus cases in the Andhra Pradesh Secretariat complex has increased to 4, including one in the Andhra Pradesh legislature. YSRC collecting commission for houses, says TDP Supremo N. Chandrababu Naidu. Accusing the ruling party of collecting commissions from poor families in the name of distribution of free house sites, TDP Supremo N. Chandrababu Naidu has said the YSRC was resorting to corruption even in the government welfare programs. Different rates, Rs 30,000, Rs 60,000 and Rs 1.5 lakh were fixed to sanction house sites, while lesser amounts are being collected if the beneficiaries have the blessings of YSRC local leaders. Naidu alleged taking to Twitter on Thursday. The leader of opposition cautioned the looting spree by the ruling party leaders without least sympathy for those who are already suffering from corona pandemic. The TDP chief said lands which are not even worth Rs 7 lakh per acre were being bought by the government by spending Rs 45 lakh to Rs 70 lakh, with the profit margin going into the pockets of the YSRC leaders. The total land acquisition for house sites is a massive scam, he said. On the other hand, the houses completed during the former TDP government were not handed over to the beneficiaries but were converted into COVID-19 quarantine centers out of sheer political vengeance, Naidu said. Over 100 COVID-19 cases in 5 weeks in Vizag, 40% are super spreaders. The city has been witnessing a spike in positive cases, with over 100 cases reported since May 1. Nearly 40% of these cases are due to super spreaders of Dandu Bazar and Maharani Peta cases. There has also been increase in cases in rural areas. While initially Padmanabhan, Yelamanchili and Narsipatnam were only affected, now more mandals are affected mainly due to influx of people after resumption of train services. In the past 2 days, 8 cases, including 4 from Achatpuram Mandal on Thursday, were reported and the total number of cases reported till now has increased to 126. There are 45 active cases while 80% persons were discharged from hospital after treatment. The other 4 cases reported on Wednesday are 2 from Kurnamalipalem, 1 from Maharanipeta and 1 in Ponugulu in S. Rayavaram Mandal. Only 1 person died due to coronavirus in the district. The number of containment zones are also increasing and now there are 28 containment zones in the district. A female nursing orderly tested positive on Wednesday. She is staying at Gnanapuram containment zone. 2.6 lakh auto drivers get rupees 10,000 each under YSR Vahan Mitra. Chief Minister Y.S. Jaganmohan Reddy on Thursday released rupees 10,000 financial aid to 2.62 lakh auto taxi drivers under the YSR Vahan Mitra scheme 4 months in advance to help them tide over the coronavirus crisis. A total of rupees 262.49 crore was disbursed. The amount was directly credited to the unencumbered accounts of the beneficiaries with just one click in a laptop by the Chief Minister. Addressing the beneficiaries through a video conference, the Chief Minister said the aid was provided for the second time to help the drivers cum owners of the autos and taxis. All of you are self-employed by operating taxis and autos to support your families, but faced problems during the lockdown as you could not operate your vehicles. Today our government is extending the promised aid 4 months in advance to help you all deal with the situation, Jagan maintained. The YSR Vahan Mitra scheme was launched on October 4, 2019 with an aim to provide an annual allowance of rupees 10,000 to auto and taxi drivers to meet insurance premium, license fees and other recurring expenses. Only 2 domestic flyers returning to Andhra Pradesh tested COVID-19 positive, says government. Only 2 flyers who recently returned to the state in domestic flights have tested positive for coronavirus so far, as per the data provided by the government. While one of them landed at Vijayawada Airport on May 29, the other passengers reached Visakhapatnam Airport on May 27. Both had come from New Delhi. Of the total 6,404 passengers who reached 5 airports, Kadapa, Rajahmundry, Vijayawada, Visakhapatnam and Tirupati, till June, 14,250 tested negative, while the results of 1,992 are awaited. As many as 144 persons were not tested. An official on the condition of anonymity said the district collectors concerned were asked about the reason for the same, but they were not yet to issue an response. Of the 144, 143 landed at Rajamahendravaram Airport and the other one arrived at Vijayawada. Till June 1, Visakhapatnam received the highest number of passengers, 4,731, while Kadapa the least, 61. Vijayawada Airport received 644 passengers, 532 landed in Tirupati and 436 in Rajamahendravaram. On the high numbers of results awaited, the officials said after travel relaxations were eased, the pressure to conduct tests has increased. As per the protocol, everyone coming to the state has to be tested. Despite us, the state leading in testing per million category, the workforce is not enough as more and more people are coming in. "138 new COVID-19 cases in Andhra Pradesh. State tally hits 4,250. As many as 138 more persons, including 4 foreign returnees, tested positive for COVID-19 in Andhra Pradesh on Friday. With this, the total number of cases in the state surged to 4,250. Meanwhile, 2 more deaths, both in Krishna district, took the toll to 73. According to the state media bulletin, 9,831 samples were tested in the state between Thursday 9 am and Friday 9 am. Of this, 50 state residents, 4 foreign returnees, and 84 persons hailing from other states tested positive. In a reprieve, the total number of discharged persons surged past the 2,500 mark, with 21 from the state and 14 persons from other states getting discharged from various hospitals in the past 24 hours. The number of cured and active cases now stands at 2,556 and 1,621 respectively. COVID-19, no drinking water facility at swab collection center in Srikakulam. Despite sweltering heat, the swab collection center at the Srikakulam Government General Hospital has no provision for drinking water or waiting area. They have just erected a tent near an under construction building opposite the collection center. People who come to the GGH for voluntary testing were found standing in front of the center for hours together on Thursday. Though the officials start registrations by 8 am, they took swab samples only after 12:30 pm. Hearing complaints about the lack of amenities at the swab collection center, TNIE on Thursday went to the GGH to take stock of the ground reality. Though the registration for COVID-19 test was completed by 9:15 am, the technicians invited people for swab collection at 1:30 pm. A man from Palasa was waiting to give his samples at the hospital since 7 am. Similarly, 2 constables from Bateli police station were waiting since 9 am as they were asked to undergo COVID-19 test. To top it, there is no drinking water facility at the center. Due to lack of chairs, people sat under trees. A testing center official said there is no drinking water even for the staff. Stone smugglers attacked Telangana Forest Department officials. In a gruesome incident, some local residents of Mudimanikam village attacked as many as 6 forest officials when the latter tried to foil the attempts to the former to illegally transport stones from the forest. The incident happened at the village under Adivelupalli Mandal in the district late on Wednesday night. According to police, the forest department officials started patrolling the village after receiving tip-off that some offenders have been illegally transporting stones from the forest for the past few days. While combing the area late on Wednesday night, the officials observed two tractors moving along the forest area loaded with stones. When the officials intercepted the vehicles and attempted to take the violators into custody for sending them to the Mirialaguda police station, the latter started agitating. In the meantime, some local residents close to the violators reached the spot on two-wheelers with stones and sticks and started attacking the forest officials. Telangana's coronavirus death toll crosses 100 with 6 new fatalities. Telangana in its 3-month fight against COVID 19 has lost 105 lives after 3,147 patients have tested positive for the virus. The 100 mark was breached on Thursday after 6 new deaths were reported. The month of June alone has proven deadly, as in just for 4 days of the month, Telangana has seen 23 deaths. Prior to this, May saw the highest number of deaths with 54 deaths. April, when lockdown was pretty stringent, saw 25 deaths. There were only 3 deaths in March. Fresh COVID 19 cases reported on Thursday came to 127, of which 110 were from GHMC limits. Adilabad district had the second highest caseload with 7 new cases, followed by Rangareddy with 6 new cases. This effectively takes the total number of patients taking the treatment in the COVID designated hospitals to 1,455. NIMS Cardiology Department shut as 9 doctors test COVID 19 positive. The cardiology services at the Nizam's Institute of Medical Sciences (NIMS) would be suspended as 5 more doctors from the department, 4 PG and 1 faculty tested positive for COVID 19 on Thursday. On Wednesday, 4 PG doctors from the department had tested positive for the highly contagious disease. A similar situation is anticipated in the hospital's gastroenterology department. According to sources, a senior doctor from the department tested positive for COVID 19 on Thursday. The number of doctors, nurses, and other healthcare workers from the cardiology department contracting the disease is expected to increase in the days to come as many of the staff are showing symptoms, officials at NIMS said. Focus on providing basic amenities in Warangal, Khammam, says KTR. MAUD Minister KT Ramarao on Thursday directed the officials of Warangal and Khammam municipal corporations to focus on providing minimum basic civic amenities to the citizens in their respective municipal corporations. Ramarao, along with Ministers Erabelli Dayakar Rao, Satyavati Rathod, and Puvada Ajay, held a meeting with the officials on the issues relating to Warangal and Khammam at CDMA office here. During the meeting, he asked the officials to show keen interest in implementing the welfare schemes launched by the government. He asked the ministers to review the progress of 2 BHK scheme from time to time and also to ensure that basic civic amenities are provided to the people in the ULBs. He also assured all help from MAUD department for completion of the works. Ramarao announced that soon a day-long training program would be organized for all the municipal commissioners on the ways to develop ULBs into modern municipalities. Artificial intelligence huge help in tackling coronavirus, KTR tells WEF. IT and Industries Minister KT Ramarao on Thursday said that technology had helped citizens and governments overcome problems during crises like COVID-19. Ramarao was addressing the World Economic Forum's WEF Regional Action Group for South Asia virtual meeting from Hyderabad on Thursday. Ramarao spoke about how artificial intelligence played a key role in tackling the COVID-19 situation. He highlighted the initiatives taken up by the state government during the crisis. The IT minister also said that new technologies would come into place to tackle COVID-19 problems. Ramarao stated that technology had helped link the state government with the center and also interact with officers and public representatives at the district and mandal level. He cited the example of drones being used to spray disinfectants in the districts. Ramarao mentioned that this method helped the government in preventing the spread of the virus to a great extent in rural areas. He also said that the drones had helped police officials in crowd management. Telangana doctor files harassment complaint against DMHO. Police registered a case against District Medical and Health Officer DMHO of Jaishankar Bhupalpalli on charges of sexually harassing a doctor working at Chelpur PSC in Ghanapur Mandal. The doctor lodged a complaint with the police on Thursday demanding action against the medical officer for sexually harassing her. When Express contacted the DMHO, Dr. N. Gopal Rao, he said that the woman doctor was making false allegations against him. Recently, after receiving complaints that she was irregular and had misbehaved with the staff, I visited the PHC for the surprise inspection. However, she was not on duty. We decided to take action against her, and this is perhaps why she is making baseless claims, he said, and added that he would cooperate with the police in the probe. With this, we conclude with our today's news headlines. For more such latest news and updates, like, share, and subscribe By and Times.